In this video, I'm going to be talking about diary studies. A diary study is a log of habits, behaviors, and activities that a person documents throughout a period of time. It's a qualitative longitudinal study that can be any length of time, from a couple of days to months. The time frame depends on what you're investigating. It's helpful to gather information about the users over a period of time so you can understand their day-to-day experiences. Before beginning, you need to recruit participants. We outline the many methods of recruiting and screening participants in other videos. A diary study is typically conducted following a moderated study, contextual inquiry, or ethnographic study with your target customer group. For example, you want to build a tool to make logging sales easier for salespeople. Your goal is to understand the specifics on what a typical week looks like in the shoes of a salesperson. First, determine the time frame that the user is going to report on. Next, you want to figure out which materials you want from your participants. You can decide between video recordings, audio notes, writing, photos, etc. For our sales software, we want participants to write down their activities for the day in Google Docs and ask them to take photos of their workspace each day. During the study, you should send reminder emails to the participants to see if any questions have come up. You should also check on the Google Docs to ensure completeness. After the last diary log, you should have a debrief session and ask the participant questions based on anything that was confusing, or if you see any gaps in their notes. Depending on the length of the study, it may take a long time to synthesize the notes. Diary studies are complex since you have a lot of logs to go through. Your goal is to synthesize and find patterns in the participants' daily behavior. With our sales software example, we found that participants spend a lot of time inputting their conversations into the CRM tool. Now that we know that, we can take that information back to our product team to build a better way to record sales conversations in CRM. Diary studies are advantageous over moderated and unmoderated studies when you're asking someone to recall details about their day-to-day. Since participants will be logging things throughout the day, they'll remember details and be able to give the researcher a full picture. As with any research, there are some downsides to keep in mind. Since diary studies are self-reported, they are prone to bias. Second, participants may be reporting what they think you want to hear. Also, asking people to record more than 2 to 3 times per day can be a burden. But if you make the incentive large enough, you should be able to find a group of participants that are willing to do so. That's all for diary studies. Subscribe to our channel to learn more about product and UX.